So where's the camera? Where is the Micro HDZero camera? Here's the thing. It's run into a bit of a snag. There's an issue with the design of the MIPI connector on the camera itself, where it won't communicate perfectly with the VTXs. The MIPI connector design on the camera is out of spec. So what happens is about maybe 95% of camera and VTX combinations are going to work, and the other 5% are going to show kind of garbled information for the first 30 seconds or so on boot up. And that's not great. So the design's being reworked to make it correct, and now Carl's left with, well, what do I do with these cameras that I have? And I think he's done a really, really good thing for the community, for everybody here. And he's going to offer these cameras for free to beta testers in exchange for just some feedback on what you think of the camera, what you think could be improved. That's pretty phenomenal. I don't know of many companies that would do that. So there's some stipulations. You got to pay for shipping from China. So you can get really, really slow shipping for $8 or expedited 1 week shipping for $30. It's pretty expensive to ship things direct from China. The other stipulation here is Carl just wants to have users that have a lot of VTXs or were early adopters into the Byte system, or if you took the time to modify your camera to make it better with an M12 lens, then that makes you a pretty good candidate for testing out a micro-sized upgraded camera with an M12 lens. It's only 100 cameras for testing, 1 camera per tester. It's first come, first serve, and this is also pretty key. These are not intended to be used for critical review purposes. If you're going to do that, you need to wait for the full product without these defects. I'll point out that the camera that I had was a pre-production camera, and it didn't exhibit this issue. So come to find out, it really comes down to a combination of the camera and the VTX about whether it's going to have this issue or not. And Carl went through and tested a bunch of different VTXs and cameras and found that it is marginal, and it really depends on the pairing of the two. So the real solution here is to correct the problem at the design level and get the correct impedance per spec on the MIPI interface. So you just need to send pictures of your VTXs or your Byte or your M12 modified cameras to sales at DiviMath, and they will consider you for this beta test program. The other thing you can do is you can go ahead and buy the upgraded M8 lens for the nano camera, which I really like that lens. It's a little bit wider and it's much sharper out to the corners especially. You can also buy the short or long MIPI cables. So there's a short 40 millimeter cable and an extra long 250 millimeter cable for things like wings. 250 millimeters is about 10 inches. So pretty great. It's too bad that it didn't work right out the bat, but I think Carl did the right thing here by holding these units back and not making people pay for the mistakes, but rather send these out as beta test units for feedback. Good job.